All right, welcome to the Top Gun Show. Today we have Dani Pickens, the Master Agent Alliance Manager with Zoom for the AppSmart relationship. Zoom is our sponsor of the month this month. And prior to joining Zoom over a year ago, Dani was a Senior Regional Partner Manager at RingCentral for 3 years. Prior to that, she was a Senior Channel Manager for Nitel. She also spent almost 5 years at Windstream as an indirect channel manager. Dani, welcome to the Top Gun Show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be with you today.
I'm really excited to have you as well. I've billed this as up close and personal with Dani Pickens. So I'm excited about what you have to say.
Yeah, I'm ready for those questions. Let's see what you've got.
All right, let's get personal here. What is your background and career path? How did you get to this beautiful position you're at with Zoom?
So I love telling this story because a lot of people don't know, and it's always funny. You can tell the different generations and a little part of the story on how I got my start in telecom. So I had just moved back around 2010 from overseas. I had been living in Istanbul, and when I got back, I still had a bit of a gypsy heart and really wasn't ready for a big girl job. So I was scanning the ads in Craigslist, and I found a job outside sales for a company called Windstream. It only rang a bell because I'm an East Texas little country girl, and I knew that was the phone company. And so I thought, well, whatever, I can sell phone, right? That doesn't seem too hard. Everybody has to have one. And granted, this was 10 years ago. And so I applied and was lucky enough to get the position because it was my start in telecom. But I was an outside residential door to door salesperson. So I was selling home phone and DSL. It's really funny because some of the stories I can tell you, you just didn't know rolling the dice what you were going to get behind door number one or door number two. And so when we would go into a neighborhood and they had 12 meg DSL, we were ready to ring the bell because we knew we were going to sell some internet that day. After that, a few years in Windstream, I made my way up, fortunately, to an opportunity to apply for a channel position in Dallas. And I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know what the channel was. Somehow I managed to get the job. And I moved to Dallas, started brand new in a city I'd never lived in before. I didn't know a soul, and started out my path in the channel there at Windstream. I was so fortunate to have some amazing people in my life that opened the doors, took me under their wing, and that is how our channel industry is. And I started at Windstream in the channel. I was there for about a year as an indirect channel manager, made my way to Nitel. Again, same story, had some amazing, incredible people take me in and help me find my voice and vision, confidence as a channel manager. I was there for 2 years. Again, had a knock at my door from a friend of mine at another master agent and said, "Hey, you need to look at Zoom." And I go, "Zoom? I don't want to sell meetings." And they go, "Dani, Zoom is so much more than meetings." And so I said, "Okay, I'll take a look." After interviewing and seeing what Zoom had on their platform and what they had available to their clients, I knew it was the next step in my career. And being here for a year, there's no question. It is an incredible company, and they've invested so heavily in me, and so grateful for the opportunity to be here. I am now the Master Agent Alliance Manager for Zoom, and so excited for this next part of my career.
What an exciting story. One of the things that kind of ring true as you were talking was, you just exude positive confidence, strength, good communication skills. Hard for me to say, but you get back what you give. And so it doesn't really surprise me that you had a lot of people, like you and draw near to you and follow you and help you in your career. That's wonderful, man. What a great story. What would you say, the channel is still very male dominated. What advice would you give a woman in the channel that's just starting out?
Going back to my story, actually, let me start here. There is a quote that came into my inbox this week. I'm a part of Mr. Brock Aldred's quote of the week. He sends those out to some select folks, and I was lucky enough to make that list. And the quote this week came through the door as, "If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room." And so my advice to women in the channel, getting started in the channel for anyone, is to reach out, seek out mentors, whether they're veterans in the space or maybe they're newbies like you, right? Just align yourself with people that are going to challenge you, make you work harder, hustle. That grit and determination is what really stands out and makes you a better channel manager, or any position in the channel. Is just surround yourself with the best and brightest. And that is very easy to do in this industry, as we have some incredible people across the nation in this industry.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reach out to my buddy Brock. I didn't make the cut. And I don't know why. I'm gonna have to find out
I got
why.
him in trouble.
Brock, if you're watching this, man, you better add me to that quote of the week thing. Okay, Dani, next question. Who do you admire most in the industry and why?
Ooh, that is a really hard question. Not because I don't admire anyone. There are so many people that have helped me up the ladder of my career, of my life. Michael Goff, Kevin Thompson, so many people. I think I'd like to say, instead of a one person, the type of person in this industry that helps others when there's nothing in it for them. They honestly just want to see other people succeed and be happy and just crush it, right? That's what really makes our industry so special, is that type of person. And that is who I admire most, because I wouldn't be where I am today without those types of people in my life.
Yeah, and that kind of begs the question and the challenge, the self-introspection of people watching this. Am I that kind of person? So that was a great answer. I like that. Okay, we're going to close with what is your favorite quote and why?
That's an easy one. I actually have it written on my screen in front of me to remind me every day. My boss, my now boss, Kevin Thompson, told me a year ago. He goes, Dani, tough times don't last. Tough people do. And there have been days I've had to take that sticky note down and hold it in my hands. But that quote right there are hard days in this channel, in this industry. You get beat up sometimes at every angle, but man, it's a roller coaster, and you're going to come out on the other side, and the sun's going to be shining, and it's going to be so much fun. And just stick to it. It can get tough, but just keep going, because tough times don't last. Tough people do.
Yeah, that's a great one. I think Robert Schuller said that. I'm not sure. I should probably Google that before I say that. But
Mine says Kevin Thompson on my.
Does it? Well, then Kevin did it. Way to go, Kevin. That's great. That's great. One similar to that I like is it's not the gale, but the set of your sail that determines the way that you go. It's how we cut the wind, so to speak, and with adversity, and it could propel us, faster. So great answer. I love that.
Blown down or blown forward.
Exactly. Well, Dani, thanks for letting us get up close and personal with you, and also thank you so much for the pleasure of having Zoom be the Top Gun Show sponsor of the month this month. It's been great. We're going to give away a grand prize Yeti cooler a week from today when this episode is aired. And anybody who has typed in hashtag TopGun4Zoom will be entered into the drawing for the last 5 episodes. And we're going to pull that, and I'll announce that on LinkedIn. But Dani, thanks again for being on the show today.
My pleasure. Thanks so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody.